All right. What is up, everyone? One over here. Get everything out of the way. It's my gnome. All right. We get started on whatnot here in 1 second. Let me get everybody going. We're going to be having a bunch of giveaways over there. And how was everyone's week? If y'all pop in here, somebody give me a thumbs up if you can hear. Jan Lee, how are you doing? Can you hear, Jan? Is my mic working? I missed y'all last week. We were on like one night. We did some giveaways. And that was about it, right? And Saturday was Keely's birthday, so we missed out on that. Yes. Okay, cool. I'm going to get whatnot started. Doing well. Awesome. All right. I'm just going to let this stream run. I got to get whatnot started or they'll cancel that stream. And it will get some giveaways going. We're not going to be in here real late tonight. It's like hot. How's the weather where y'all are at? It was like close to 100 here. I think it's going to be like that for a couple of days. Hold on, I'm over here getting my other stream set up. Give me 1 second. And if y'all pop in, if you're on YouTube, there's a link pinned in the comments. That'll take you to whatnot. We're going to be having a bunch of giveaways over there. And just starting in a second, let me get it started up over here. Go live. All right, we started. There we go. Anna. Latane. Who's all in here? Two Hummingbird, what's up? Cher, Roscoe. All right, let me get a giveaway started right away. We'll do seeds start off. Y'all always need microgreen seeds, right? 80s. Lisa, how are you doing with 85% humidity? Whoa, that was like us, except we were over 90. Whatnot. How was the weather where y'all were at? Let me get the stream set up over there. We're gonna be doing giveaways, YouTube, Facebook. We've got 8 packs of microgreen seeds. We're gonna be giving that away on Whatnot. Every 5 or 10 minutes. But we'll have other giveaways in there too. We're gonna have what did we have last week, guys? We had an Amazon gift card. Oh, True Leaf. If Cheryl pops in, Cheryl won the True Leaf Market one. I want to see if that worked out. If it did okay, then we will do another one. Hold on 1 second. Open show. Auction. Oh, 1 second. We're buffering. I thought you were out, Mike. Nice cut. Oh, cool. Thanks. Yeah, it was getting hot. We were, Shirley, how are you doing? We're close to 100. It's getting like really rough. We went from really nice, like spring-like weather to just bring it hot. How is it everywhere else? I saw some places where like over 100. That's like crazy. All right, there's a giveaway. Y'all jump in that when everybody pops in here. Cheryl, yes, it came the other day. Now I have to decide what to get. Okay, cool. Let me know if it works out, Cheryl. And if it was easy. It's just a 16-digit code, guys, and I put it inside an envelope, a little card, and I ship it off. So it should be all right. Troy, what is up? Great stuff, Michael. I've seen your success. Always amazing to see so many people starting their awesome journey. Cool. Awesome, Troy. Good to see you here too. Phyllis, what is up? How are you doing? Growing. Guys, of course, we've got our pea shoots. Peas are like a cool weather crop, right? We're close to 100 degrees over here in Florida. Now, these aren't out in the direct sun. These were my shade house, but we're still growing the pea shoots. And we've got our top soy back here. I think I've got some cabbage. And if you guys saw, I just dropped a video. Not much. Looks like you'll be harvesting tonight. Yeah, I can. These are ready to be harvested. I can actually let them go till tomorrow if we do live stream tomorrow. I've got about 6 more of these sitting out in the shade house. Those really need to be trimmed up too. And these guys can actually, these are only about a week old, less than a week. I think I did this on Monday or Tuesday. So they still got another 4 or 5 days, but you can start harvesting those right now and just start, you know, getting microgreens. But we like to grow them out a little bigger. That's why we put the nutrients in there. And then guys, this is where we take these two and pull them out like that. See the root? That's when we plant them out. Watch this little video back here. Everybody's getting, when everybody's just kind of coming in. We'll kind of watch that. But that's all we do is we take those, and I take about 4 or 5 of them. I overplant that way in case 1 or 2 of them die, or you can always trim them back and eat, you know, the microgreens as they're growing. But watch the video behind me. We take these, just like I've got right there, put those into a bigger, got a little pool noodle here, right there. So we're not only growing microgreens, we're also growing baby greens and then full grown plants like that tatsoi right there. And all we do is take this little plant like this. See all those downspouts? We put 4 or 5 of them into a pool noodle like this, and then into those downspouts. That's just in a milk jug. Let me show you the milk jugs. And look at all that pak choi we grew. And all that pak choi that's right there, that's getting dumped out, we did that in a little space. It was only about 3 feet wide and about 7 feet tall. So that was vertical. So even if you don't have a lot of space, you can still grow your own food. This was actually the jugs that you just saw us growing the pak choi in. And I think I've got a downspout here. And here's the downspout. And this is on my YouTube channel. All I did was take a downspout. This is one that goes down the side of your house where your gutters are, your downspout. And drilled some holes in it. And I just take a pool noodle and we take the little plant like we just showed you, put in a pool noodle and just put it in there with some nutrients. And that's it. You just set it. When they're small like this, you can put them into this system and these will go like a month. You won't have to do anything. It's like you really just set it and forget it. You know, you do want to come out and check, see if there's any pest or anything getting to it. Or you might have like squeezed them too hard. Some of them will die. You might want to replace them, but you can set them inside of there and just set it. And those guys will grow. They'll grow into baby greens without you having to do anything. Then after that, all you have to do is just keep adding nutrients. What I do is just keep this between 1/2 and 3/4. I don't like letting it get way down low, and I don't like keeping it up too high. So 1/2 to 3/4 is kind of the Goldilocks zone, like they always say, right? That's just right in there. So just keep it up like that. And these are, if you look on my channel, it'll show you how to do all this. But this right here is a downspout end cap that I used to make. If you don't want to do that, go look at my channel. And I've also heated and bended the ends. So the ones that you see up on that video, they're kind of at an angle here. And I show how to do that on my channel. So all the stuff we go over tonight, guys, if you get anything. Oh, here goes a winner. We already got a winner. Hooters fam, congratulations and welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Silent Screams, how are you? Anika, how are you doing? Everybody do some purple hearts for Anika. These will be inside of your any purchase that you get. And there's a little QR code here. If you scan that, it takes you to my YouTube channel. It has all the videos on the adapters and everything. Thank you, Kathy. Little purple hearts for Anika. I'm doing well. Just turned fit. Oh, awesome. Happy birthday. It's going to be my birthday next week. Happy birthday. Yeah, everybody do some happy birthdays for Anika. The big 5-0. I'm going to be the big 6-0. There you go. Look at all the happy birthdays. All right, and this one over here takes you to my Amazon shop. So all the stuff that I show you today, I'm gonna give you stuff that if you bid on something like a kit, it'll have like the beginning stuff that you need, and then as you scale up, instead of coming back here and just buying a little at a time, if you start to buy in bulk, you can go over to my Amazon shop and you'll see where to get everything else, like the nutrients and clay pebbles and everything. Also, if you got any questions, there's a little email down there, and that's my email. So if you got any questions, you just go ahead and email me. All right, keep an eye on all this stuff, guys. Like I said, so that's kale. That's Swiss chard. Swiss chard you can do is cut and come again. That's baby kale, that whole thing on there. I'll show you how to do that on my channel. And pak choi. If you didn't notice, there was a bright red flower in there too. That was nasturtiums. That's pretty cool. You can grow nasturtiums. Let's get you another giveaway going. Guys, we're not going to be on here very much tonight. It is warm in here. I had the air on for a little while, but I got to turn it on when we live stream because it's sitting right there. Y'all won't be able to hear me. It's over 90 in here, and the sun's gone down. I'm doing a hybrid aquaponics aeroponic system in my community farm. Wesley, that is awesome. That's cool. Do you have a channel somewhere, Wesley? Do you post to social media anywhere? All right, there's some more seeds, guys. Getting that giveaway. YouTube and Facebook. Let's see, Gabriel. Hello from Wisconsin. How are you doing? That's Renee. Visiting family. Billy. What is the best fertilizer for tomatoes and peppers? Billy, if you look at my channel, you're on YouTube, right? Look at my channel. I've got a master blend video. I've used master blend for years, so growing tomatoes and peppers. If you look, I've got like some tower set up where we grew a bunch of them. Pretty much set and forget it. After you get it set up, I just kind of maintain the level like what we were saying. I use master blend. Have no idea what Whatnot is. Is that an app? Yeah, Lisa, it's a different app. It's live social shopping. So we're over here, and what they do is I do demos. I do tutorials like we do on YouTube and Facebook, but over there they sell stuff. It's kind of like eBay and live stream. What's the other one? Amazon, like live Amazon, TikTok shop, and they've got over on Whatnot. But Whatnot's like really cool. It's more like a community in that than it is eBay or something. My water went smelly and stagnant in upside down bottle with your ring on day 2. All right, it shouldn't go bad that quick. I mean, in one day, there's no, something else is wrong with that. So check your water, because there's nothing that is inside of all of this that will go smelly the next day. Now, if you're growing brassicas, like cabbages, pak choi, stuff like that, and you let it get too warm, it's just like having cabbage sit out in the sun. It will get a little smelly. So you don't want to get it, you don't want to let it get too warm in that. And just be aware that if you're, this isn't magic. If cabbage is smelly, then you're going to get a cabbage smell when you grow it too. All right, YouTube and Facebook. Let's see, Facebook, I'm going to drop the link. And YouTube, I've got the comment pinned. And then we'll get started here in 1 second, guys. All right. So Facebook, jump on that link. I'll probably forget it. Y'all jump on over to one second. Whatnot. Is giveaway still going, guys? There we go. My stream was just like my screen over here went like that tiny. I couldn't see anything. I need a wide mouth adapter. All right, I'll run a couple of wide mouth. Well, we kind of caught up. I don't want to say we're totally caught up, but we're pretty much caught up where we can run some stuff tonight. So, but then I just dropped a video about an hour ago, so there's no telling. But I've got some wide mouths. We've got some of the adapters. I'm going to show you guys real quick. Some new people are in here. If you're new, say new, and we're going to show you like the speckle peas. I'm going to run through that really quick. Let me see if I can do. Let's see if I can share screen and do one quick video. Whoever was here last week was helping me with this. Thank you very much in that too. Did it pop up yet? Nope. Let's see, window. We couldn't open this. Oh, here goes the winner. I'm trying to get a video playing, guys. Who won? Look, it's Latane. Latane, you win every week, right? Swear it's not rigged, guys. But I know when I pack orders, yes, when I pack orders, she hasn't bought microgreen seeds, I don't think, unless you need like more. But like every week, she comes in here and picks up some free seeds. You also like one of the first ones to win, right? Let's see. Window, media player. I always try to. Oh, time for another giveaway. Can y'all see a video? Because I can't see it on there. I can see one over here. All right, that's the video that we just dropped. Yes, yes. Tracy likes glass and plants. How are you doing, Tracy? Tracy, do you sell here on Whatnot? No giveaway on Whatnot. Julie, yeah, there'll be a giveaway on Whatnot. Decor, what is up? All right, guys, that's going to be for a set of adapters that we're going to talk about in one second here. So that's for a free set of adapters. If y'all want that, get in the giveaway. YouTube and Facebook, you got to jump on over to Whatnot to get in all these giveaways. And right there, guys, if you can see the little video that's playing down there, if you can't see, swipe out of the show and come back in real quick. I'll play it one more time after this because it's already done. It's only about a minute long, but this is with the self-watering adapter. This is with the Coke bottle one that we have. I'll play one more time so people who had to leave and come back in can see it. So for a lot of the other seeds like pak choi, our cabbage, kale and stuff, I like to start it with these. And this is what you see is going on right now down there, right? So we're putting one of these together. Now, YouTube and Facebook, if you jump on over to Whatnot, you're going to get a $15 credit if you haven't signed up over there yet. And I have 3 of these inside of my shop for $15. So you get this basically for free. You just got to pay for taxes and shipping. Make a 3D insert that fits Dollar Tree stackable planters and multiply people's grow capacity by 10. Oh, cool, Troy. Just send me a little picture of what you're talking about, Troy. That's certainly interesting. So YouTube and Facebook, you can jump over and get 3 of these. So you can set up just like you see a little video. Oh, YouTube and Facebook can't see. I've got a video playing. YouTube or Facebook, you can go watch the last video. YouTube, I haven't uploaded it yet. All right, so everybody's seen that? All right, so y'all let me know if you want me to run. Usually we do like 3 of these at a time. Let's see, okay, just came over from YouTube. Awesome. We run 3 of these at a time, and I did have time to pack up some of these. This is what we've got in the giveaway. And guys, we might not be doing this much longer because it takes me all day to pack up. I pack like 100 of these when we have these shows because we give away so many of them. And then we also do, you know, when we have like a set of 3 of these, we sell these on Etsy, right? 3's like $16.99. I put it 3 for $15 over here. And on top of getting a better deal, we also throw in like free seeds with it. And we did that. Sometimes we give away 50, 75, 100 of these like in a night. And this took me like, it takes me all day like to pack up. There's like 8 in each one of those. It's like doing 8 different seeds and packing them up. So really getting tired of it. What setup works best for smaller seeds? Tracy, for smaller seeds like this, I like, if you watch like back here, all of these, this is really the best way that I like, because I like to take these like what we were talking about and pull them out too. And then if you watch right behind me, you can see I take some of these and plant them out so that we can grow them out bigger like that. So you can eat microgreens, but then you can plant out baby greens and you can grow them to full heads of mature plants just like that. That's pak choi right there. And all I did was take some of these like this and pop them in I usually do, let me grab a couple here. I got a pool noodle instead of one. Let me show you guys what we really do. So to do that back there, I grab like this many. It's like 4 or 5. YouTube and Facebook, if you can see it, right? Now I have another little piece that I put in the middle, that piece that I took out, but it fell down somewhere. I don't know where it's at. So this little piece that I cut out here, I put in the middle, and I put these in the middle here. And that's all we do. And then we put the nutrients up to the roots. And this is all on my channel. And that's how we grow them out. So this is why this is my favorite, because you saw how easy it was just pulling these out, right? Just like that. Look at all the roots in that, right? So here goes the winner. Jan Lee. Congratulations. All right. Jan, you said you wanted one of the olive oil bottles. DM me again. I've got a couple. I saved the bubble wrap from the last bottle that came in. DM me and I'll throw it in with your giveaway things. All right. So I like doing it like this. If you're not going to transplant them, if all you want to do is eat microgreens, then I like this. But for the smaller seeds, I would go with, you're not going to need a whole lot of nutrients. So I go with that. Okay. And that you can grow your pak choi and stuff and harvest it, eat it. And it's not a whole lot to clean out. That's like a single serving. You can do it over and over. But like I said, this is the way we've been doing it for like years. So we're just in a habit. If you just saw the video, I planted out 6 of these, right? So we've always got these like sitting around. So whenever we want microgreens, we go out and just harvest a little bit of it. You know, we don't have to harvest the whole thing. Harvest a little, let some of it still grow. And then if we want to plant some out, guys, right here, if you take just that little bit right there, that's like 100 plants. That pak choi, you saw us growing up the wall. All that pak choi, a wall full of pak choi, can come from a little spot like that. You don't need a ton of seeds. There's literally a couple hundred seeds in here. So when you eat microgreens, you're eating a bunch of plants. So you don't need to go and plant them all over the place. You can keep them like this. And then when they're inside your downspout or your bottles or your milk jugs, when they're growing and you eat them and harvest them, if you've still got these growing, all you got to do is rinse out your bottle, put some more nutrients, and then come and grab some more of these and replant them, and you're back in business. I've been making veggie subs and adding my greens to them. Awesome. Psycho Case. That's awesome. Oh, you saw that? Look, I think we planted this here. All right, guys, and this is how the whole thing works. All right, YouTube and Facebook, if you can see that. This is radish. See all the roots and everything going down there? I don't know if you can see this, but this is wet down here. So that's what the adapter does. It keeps the water level down here. And then you see this up here looks dry, right? So that cuts out the mold and mildew issues. So if you only put a little bit of clay pebbles in the bottom here and it stays wet, you're going to have issues. But this, you go ahead and stack it up high enough. The roots go down. They know where to go. And you can tell this is all ready to harvest, right? So you can harvest this. There's no algae and everything in here. It hadn't had time. This thing is less than a week. Okay, so everybody's worried about hydroponics and painting your bottles and doing all kinds of stuff. This is clear, and you see there's no algae because we're not letting it sit around long enough to worry about it. Even if you did, it's easy to clean up. I mean, here, look. Isn't that cool? If you want to get kids into growing, let them play around with that. So this is just plain water for the pea shoots. I forgot to chop mine and they may have died. Oh no! It's delicious. I also got my daughter growing them on oh cool, for a turtle. That's the first time I heard people that had chickens, goats, all kind of like livestock and stuff, and bearded dragon. Somebody was growing it for their birds, parrot or something. And now we got a turtle. Guys, we don't have a giveaway going. Let's see. Wide mouth adapter. You want a couple of wide mouth adapters, or do you have a question about it, Camelia? Do you have a question about it, or you want me to run a couple? I want some. Okay, I'll run some. Would you like some seeds with it? You guys want me to run some? Like I said, I packed some up. So after we get done with this, I might just be moving to like bigger bags and doing less of them. So we're not having to do like 800. Like if I did 800 of these for tonight, and then if we do it tomorrow night too, you know, we're packing like 1,600 little bags. Okay, asking to purchase. Now I'll run a couple real quick for you, all right? Wayo, how are you doing? Let me get a giveaway going. This is for another set of adapters. All right, that's for a set of adapters. And let's see, she wanted the wide mouth adapter. If you guys are new, bigger bag sounds like a great idea. Yeah, we were having this, like I said, because this, I made these so that beginners, you know, it's a perfect size to do this. I use one bag for like each one of these. That way they don't have to think about it. And then I don't get a million questions like, how much do I use? You know, and everybody wants measurements. So I just said one little bag to one bowl like that. But yeah, we might do some bigger ones. All right, guys, the adapter giveaway is this right here. Okay. So in the giveaways, there's going to be a picture with a bunch of adapters. That's just a sample of all of them. I'm showing you right now, the giveaway is these two adapters right here. And sometime if anybody wants like the refillable, we can do a giveaway with that, or we can do it with like, you know, this for a giveaway. But right now we're doing that because I did have one person come back and say they thought it was like all of the adapters. I'm like, no, we're not giving away all adapters in that. So that's one adapter. Except for our microgreen growers, we're doing two. All right, guys, we're going to run a couple of these real quick, and then we'll get on to the microgreen growers. I'm going to show you about these peas. We're going to do it with these right here, the pack of seeds. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Do you basket for wide mouth? What do you want a basket? Oh, were you talking about you wanted these that go in the wide mouth? Or are we talking about like this that fits on the wide mouth? And then you can use this to do your containers like that. So we're talking about okay, so you were wanting those. Rooted, what is up? Oh, both. Why not? Okay, let's do this. Let's run a few of these with the seeds. And then I'm going to explain how to grow these. Take just a couple of minutes and then we'll run a couple of those, okay? Hi, I saw your reel on Facebook and I think it went viral. You mentioned this app, so I downloaded it. Awesome. Thank you, Nikki. Yeah, we've been busy. Like the past month, we've been busy. Every time we drop a video too, it does really well. So this is actually the first night we've got some stuff to run. The last 2 weeks, we've been coming in here just having a bunch of giveaways, right, guys? And I think we didn't even come on. We didn't even come on last week, but Friday, I think one night. All right, wide mouth adapter and seeds. And 2 minutes in the giveaway, guys. Y'all let me know if you want me to give away a kit. I'll show y'all what a kit is in a little while. Maybe we'll give away a kit. All right, that's going to be 5 seconds, sudden death. Get your fingers ready. Ready to go. Hold on. That says 22. All right, we'll run another one, all right? Whoa, what is up? My computer lagged when I clicked it. It was supposed to be sudden death for 5 seconds. Terry, how are you doing? Chasing Harvest, what is up? Welcome in. Wayo, congratulations. All righty, here we go. Let me try it again. It's hot in here, guys. It's I'm getting a little heat stroke. All right, sudden death. All right, 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. 5, 4, 3, 2, running. And there you go. Come here. He's got one. I do just a couple, and then we'll move on to the microgreen grower here. And Marie. Here goes the giveaway. Running. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wayo got this. And Brenda won the giveaway. All right, ready? Bag of seeds, wide mouth adapter. Guys, this goes for $19.99 on Etsy. And they don't get seeds. Everybody's always asking me for seeds, and I say, you got to get over to Whatnot. Jennifer, how are you doing? And one more. And then we're going to talk about these pea shoots and how to use the microgreen grower. And Whammy, congratulations. Let me know I've messed up their name there. Ernesto, how are you doing? All right. Yeah, I'm sweating them all over the table here. Sorry about that, guys. How warm is it where y'all are at? We're going to talk about these pea shoots real quick. If you're new, say you're new. All right. YouTube and Facebook. We're going to talk about this real quick. We're going to stop the auction for 1 second. And if you guys, we're going to do a quick little demo, all right? Thank you for everything you've taught me over the year. Ginny, you are so welcome. Thank you very much. How do we enter the giveaway? Quinone. You got to jump over to Whatnot. Here, I dropped the link. It's pinned on Facebook. There we go. You jump on over there and you can get in the giveaway. Smelly water. I was growing pea shoots on the clay pebbles. My first batch was fine. It was on a deeper bowl. Might have made the difference. Yeah. So, and I don't use any grow medium. We're going to do pea shoots right here. I don't do it with the clay pebbles and everything. All right, guys, let me show you. If you want to grow like pea shoots like this, really, really easy. All right. Now, I plant six. I plant 6 to 12 all the time. You might not want that much. How are you? Hey, we're doing good, Ernesto. Thank you very much. 105 in Arizona. The humidity here. Yeah, the humidity is terrible. But I think we're going to get some rain. We're like our area, we're in like record drought for like decades. We might get a little bit of rain this week. We got like an inch last week. It helped a little. The yards are like dry, but we're still growing food, guys. We're in a drought. If you look, if they put a drought map on your area and it's like red, you know, they got like orange, yellow, red, right? Red's the bad. Where I'm at, we're in the red. So we're like in a deficit. So if we're out there, we're having like water your garden. If it's in a traditional garden, you have to water it like all the time. But this, we're growing all of this stuff because once you put, look, this one right here, we haven't added anything. We haven't done anything to it, right? So we've got a bunch of pea shoots. There's still water down there, right? Set it and forget it. So once you get these set up, you're not sitting there watering every day. And these were grown outside where it's like 95 right now. Can I grow microgreens outside? I'm worried about mosquitoes. Yeah, you can grow them outside. One thing too, like I said, look, real quick, and we're gonna show you how to plant these really quick. But look, if you do like this, right, and you have this up high enough, mosquitoes are probably not going to go tunneling all down through here to get to that water. If you only put enough grow medium here and that's where the water's at, they'll get in there, okay? Plus you get mold and mildew issues. But this is what we do. The watering adapter keeps your water level right there. And you pile this up higher. See how that's dried out, right? How many mosquitoes are going to go tunneling down through there? They're going to go find some standing water somewhere, right? So we do it like that. Our other stuff, most of these, you just try and keep everything like sealed up. And when we put the pool noodles in here, even if you take one plant out, you want to go ahead and take an empty pool noodle and cover it back up, or cover up with foil or something like that. So try to keep all your openings covered up. That's all on my channel, guys, on YouTube. You can see me doing, we're going to plant tatsoi in that container. I think we've got it around here somewhere. But if you keep an eye on that. Healer Rage, how are you doing? I still have to try that. I never have any luck with my hydros outside in my greenhouse. I need better airflow. Yeah, and I started with a greenhouse and we just tore all the sides off. And all we have is a shade house. I put shade cloth on the top and we can't even have sides on there. Press to impress. How are you doing? Amy, how are you? State bird in there, dangerous. That looks so cool. Cool, appreciate it. Hey, I'm going to show you these pea shoots real quick, okay? So I plant 6 to 12 of these at a time. If you guys just want to do 1 or 2, right? This is about how much you need for about 2. Playing microgreens as we speak. Awesome. 30% shade cloth on mine, but it still gets too hot. Yeah. Today was just ridiculous out there. Planting. I knew what you meant. All right, so this is all you do. This is really easy. If you're just planting this much, you take this and put it inside a jar and fill it up with water and let it set overnight, okay? Now I plant more. I plant like about 6 to 12 at a time. So I put about this much water in here. I did this like last night. So I'm going to go ahead and drain this right now. Not during the show. When we're done with the show, I'm still planting stuff out. So it's dark outside. We're still planting. So that's how easy this stuff is. So I'm going to go ahead and dump the water out of this tonight. Okay. So this was soaked overnight. See, I do this every couple of days. And then what we do is just let it sit in there, and twice a day, you come in here and fill it up with water and take it and drain it, okay? And they'll start to sprout like that. Now, you don't want to get any bigger than that. So this is ready to go. So when they get to this point, this is all we do. Get a couple of jars. I got jars laying everywhere. Oh, giveaway. There's some more seeds. We'll put a kit together, guys, and y'all let me know if you want me to give away a kit. We done that a couple weeks ago. That was kind of fun. All right, can everybody see this? You see, there's too much plants here. Ready? No. I don't want to pull them off the edge of the table. How's that? Did we ever say no? A couple of people said no. Are y'all tired? Y'all tired of giveaways? Look, mason jars, right? And this is what we were doing in the giveaway. 2 of these. Guys, some of these, the jars, I made these. They fall down a little bit inside the ball mason jar. But the generic jars, I had a generic jar somewhere. The generic jars, they sit up on the top. If you worry about it, they still work. Even though they go down in there, they still work, okay? And I use mine like that. If you keep your bands, this is what we've been doing for the past couple of months, is taking the band, they still fit on them just like that. Now, you guys out there, tell me if there's if you have problems with this, or tell me a tip, because I'm not a canner. I'm not a homesteader. I didn't know this. I've been doing this. I've got like dozens and dozens of my jars set up like this. And when I've grown my peas 2, 3, 4 times, it's starting to get rust. I didn't know that these things rust. Did they rust on y'all? Look, so all of my jars, I've been cleaning them out. Can you see that? Around the edge. Tap the screen. Yeah, tap the screen, please. Yes, they can rust. See, I didn't know that. YouTube, Facebook. So now I'm having to go around and clean all my jars. Mine keep rusting. My lids do, but the rings haven't yet. So I don't like that. So I took mine off, and I'm like getting rid of mine and just using the rings that we have. This is one that's on YouTube and Facebook. So this goes on here, and they fit on there. Okay. So if you want to use the metal one, you can do it. I've been having problems with it. Clean it with steel wool. Bartenders, keeper, cleaners come. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. So it's got to like just get rinsed off with a little soapy water, and that's it. We do things that are going to be easy and affordable here. If I got to do all that work, I'm not going to be doing this, especially if it's 95 degrees outside. So if y'all want to do that, she said you can use a little steel wool and barkeepers stuff, and you can clean them up. Rust grosses me out, especially around food. Yeah, good old elbow grease. It'll come off. Yeah, yeah. If y'all want to do that, that's cool. I'm doing this. Plus, these aren't for sale, but this is just like me. I don't know if everybody wants these. I might do them. I made it a little bit bigger because instead of like this top, as it's getting warmer and warmer here, and it's evaporating too much, and probably during the winter this would help, I started using like these, like a little humidity dome, and they keep the moisture inside of there. So especially when I'm doing the other microgreens, they dry out faster. But with this, I found that I was knocking it off like really easy. So that works. You just got to be careful with it. If you set them, you just got to set it. So I just made mine a little bigger. So that way you can bump it a little and it doesn't come off. So I'm just going to do that. So if you guys see me doing this, using these, that's the reason why. If you still want to use your bands, you can use your bands. Like I said, I've got a bunch of them sitting over here. So, you know, I've used these like a couple of times and they haven't rusted yet. But can you put the ring over the plastic cup? I didn't make it that big. Never mind. No, that's all right. There's no stupid questions here. That's how we figure everything out. Here goes the giveaway, guys. Amy and Latane, you almost did it again, right? Y'all saw it. She got slow rolled. She was one away. All right, guys, I quit running my mouth, but like I said, so if you see me using these, that's the reason why. If you just want to keep your bands and do that and you want to scrub them, you can. I've used this one 2 or 3 times. They don't really get that wet, but when I finally went and do like a deep cleaning and I dipped these in my water, my soapy water, and I let it sit for a couple hours. Some of them I let sit overnight and I come back and wash it the next day. I was noticing that they were getting like rusty. The white rings work well with the jelly jars I use along with the wide mouth. Awesome, Shirley. Shirley Max, how are you doing? All right, so guys, I'll run my mouth for like half an hour, but this, look, empty, right? That's all you do. These were soaked overnight, and then for like another day or two, you can go ahead and just rinse these out and leave them set in here. They'll be all right. They'll start to sprout, right? Then we go in, doing great. I don't measure. I just do like this. I do about 2 layers. You can do 1 layer if you want, but if you want more bushy like this, I do about 2. If you do much more than that, it's going to be packed in too much. You get mold and mildew issues and stuff like that because there won't be any airflow. So I just do like this. Look, way down there is just a couple layers. So we're not filling this whole thing up. All right, that's it. So now you can cover it with your little lid. If you keep those, I've got a bunch of them. Or like what we were talking about, you know, I'm going to use my little cups and just toss them on like that. And I'll keep this like in a dark spot. The lights will be off until they sprout. This over here, we can keep just on the shelf because this keeps the light out. All right. In a couple of days, here, I'll put this in a, all right, in a couple of days, you're going to be getting roots, right? And they'll be sprouting. All right. And this is all I do. You don't want to mess up the seeds. Once their roots start going down and their shoots start going up, you don't want to mix them up because then they're trying to readjust. So all I do is come in with this water, spray it. I need to get more water. All right, you want to put enough water in there so you can see it like dripping out. All right. So make sure you get enough water in there. Cover it back up and leave it. When these guys get tall enough, they'll push this lid up. They'll be peeking out of here. Okay. At that point, take that off and fill it up with water. Like this one right here is just about there, right? First time for peas. Dark wall sprouting first couple of days. Yeah, exactly. And then see right there? Now we're just filling the water up to here. We're not touching the white adapter, just filling it right up to there. So the roots, and this, in a couple of days, guys, these roots will be way down here. You're going to be amazed how quick those start to grow, and this is going to pop out out the top. All right, so now this, probably by tomorrow, I'll be able to take the lid off of that. So how easy is that? And then once you pull the lid off and just let it sit like by the lights or by your window, then you just let it set and forget it. It's like this. Have you seen the plastic mason jar rings on Amazon? No, I sure haven't. I got a bunch of adapters earlier, but you were out of the rings, so I didn't get any. I'd like to get some because the rings are rusting now. Okay, Shirley. Leave me a note. If you get anything, if you buy like one thing tonight, leave me a note and I'll throw you some rings in there with it, all right? Or if you win one of the giveaways, drop me a note and I'll toss it in with that. All right, so we're going to run a couple of these microgreen growers. That's the peas. I'm going to keep this covered up. When we're done with the show, I'm going to plant these out. And that's just how easy it is. When we're done, I still go and plant some stuff before we're, I go in for the night. Cooper, how are you doing? All right, let's run a couple of these. And then we'll put a kit together with all of this other stuff. Y'all let me know what you want in a kit. And then we'll do a giveaway for a kit too. All right, there's another giveaway going. Are you still making the rings? If not, I'll check. Yeah, I'm making some rings. I just don't have them listed here. I've got them listed on my Etsy shop. But like I said, if you get anything tonight, I'll just toss them in. The plastic screw-on lids. No, she's just talking about this ring. Giveaway's going. All right, let me find this. Too deep. All right, guys, we're gonna do 2 of these microgreen growers. Y'all want this tonight, or you want just the microgreen growers? What do you want to bid on? You want to bid on with the seeds or without the seeds? I have some from last summer that are sealed in a spice jar. They'll last a pretty good while. I want to go like a couple of years or anything. Both. Okay, we'll do a couple like this. Let me write this down. All right, so the first ones we're going to run is with seeds. And y'all let me know if you want me to do a couple without seeds. All right, sudden death, get your fingers ready. Go. Kathy, congratulations. $4. Ready, go. Kathy got another one. And go. And Camellia. Congratulations. Guys, this pack of microgreen seeds too. I forgot to tell everybody, like the people who are new, speckle peas is one of them that's here. We've got tatsoi and pak choi. Tatsoi is a mustard green and pak choi is more of a cabbage. We've got red arrow radish, red acre cabbage, arugula, broccoli, all in here. All right. Ready, go. Camellia, it's got another one. And go. Wayne, is that Wayne? Congratulations. And go. Michelle, how are you doing? Congratulations. And go. It's just Wendy. Okay, I'll try to remember. Wendy. Amy, congratulations. I think we got 10 of these guys and 1 minute on the giveaway. Amelia, congratulations. Camilla, I'm sorry. My mind's thinking flower. Wendy. I'll forget in like 10 minutes. And number 10, last one. Nashville girl, how are you doing tonight? Congratulations. All right, everybody got what they want, or did anybody want just this without the seeds? Here goes the giveaways. And y'all let me know if you want this without the seed and I'll run it. If not, we'll move on to our next thing. Doing good. Awesome. All right, here's the giveaway. Michelle, congratulations. Awesome. All right, we'll put one kit together. Like I said, we're not going to be in here too long tonight, guys. I'm going to put a kit together. Y'all want, what size kit do you want? You want to stuff enough things into, let's see, a medium-sized box. That's a medium-sized box, medium flat rate. Or do you want a large flat rate box? We're going to put like all of our adapters in there. We're going to put, you guys saw us putting together. I'll do a quick demo. All right. With cereal bowl. All right. So we're going to do a quick demo with this adapter. That's the video that we just saw. But we've also got adapters to fit wide mouth mason jars. This also fits a Coke bottle right there. These fit your 16.9 ounce or 20 ounce large. Camilla wants a large. We'll do a large box. We'll put a bunch of stuff in there. This also fits the 1 liter bottles. And it fits a 2 liter, but I don't recommend it. The 2 liter ones are kind of flimsy. All right. So it fits these 1 liter bottles. Also this 1 liter bottle. That's this right here. You see that 1 liter bottle? That was with alkaline water. We grew these radish. So radish likes a taller, radish will grow fast. This is less than a week, guys. So you can see how tall these are, right? If you put this in a shallow dish, these will all be falling over. So you want to do a deep bowl for your radish. Here's a refillable one. You can see me putting it together up there. So watch that. That's a refillable one like this. It goes with your long neck bottles. Then that way, once you use up your nutrients, you can take it out, refill it, and pop it back in. And then we've got our plastic one. This is refillable for your plastic Coke because we figure people might have like every week you're probably tossing these into recycling, right? Now you can be growing your food. You can take it out, refill it, pop it back in. So we've got all those adapters. We're going to throw them all in there. Somebody said they want a large. Let me do this real quick so you guys can watch and see. I know you've been watching it up there. Watch how easy this is. Get me a Coke bottle. Guys, all the nutrients that we use. Hi, Mike. Hey, what is up? That's Valerie, right? What size fits the juice bottles bigger than Gatorade bottle with the wide mouth? I won that size. Do you still make that size? With fits the juice bottles bigger than the Gatorade bottle. It's still the ones that fit Gatorade. I don't make those, but I do make the Gatorade one. I just don't make the hybrid. The one that you have probably is a hybrid that has the Gatorade in the middle, but we still make the Gatorade one. The reason why we stopped that was that there was not a whole lot of space in here. The pebbles were going in there. They're kind of a pain to try and pull out. You can, Amy, you can pre-soak it if you want. I tell beginners not to do it so they can tell if they got it deep enough, they can tell it's dry on top, but it's actually better to pre-soak it. If you understand what you're doing, I would go ahead and pre-soak mine. But this one with the Gatorade, it fits the Gatorade bottle. And then if yours is a hybrid, the outside of it, if it looks like this with no legs, that's going to fit the wide mouth mason jars. And if it's a smaller one like this with the legs, that's going to fit the regular mouth mason jars, the outside part. But then these also fit, the Gatorade will fit like this big juice bottle. That's Ocean Spray. Also fits like this Gold Peak tea. And then I have a V8 bottle. I thought I brought it in. Probably left that sitting outside. Here it is. Your V8 bottles like that, the ones that are juice, or tomatoes and all that, it fits that one too. So that one's really versatile. We'll toss that inside of the what you call it too. All right, nutrients, guys. This is all I've been using right here. I'm interested in transplanting some of mine into hydroponics to grow them out. Do you have videos on how to do that too? Yeah, Amy. This will be inside of your purchase, and you ordered already, right? If you scan that, that takes you to my YouTube channel. It has all the videos. It'll have the playlist with all of these adapters, but then if you look at the rest of my channel, it has all the other ones about downspouts and transplanting them, the buckets and everything. And this is my Amazon shop here. So guys, this is what I use. All right. Now, if you go to my YouTube channel, I'm gonna have Master Blend. That's a little finicky trying to mix it up. It's not that hard and it works excellent. But for beginners, we use this General Hydroponics Maxi-Grow because this is just 1 teaspoon per gallon. So you just get a gallon of water, put 1 teaspoon in there, shake it up. That's all you have to do. So all the stuff you've been seeing me grow, except peas, this doesn't need any nutrients. That's just water. All the other stuff you've been seeing me grow, it's just been this 1 teaspoon. All right, watch. We're just going to fill this up. I've got some clay pebbles sitting over there. All right, that's our adapter. You don't have to put it on tight. That's as tight as it needs to be. Toss it in like that. It's going to find its own level. Clay pebbles. Just that easy. All right, now this is why I said that I don't pre-soak it for beginners. It's so that you can see this is dry up on top. Okay, so this found its level. Water's down here. You can see these are still dry up here, right? So for beginners, that's where you can get a feel of how deep you need it to be. But your seeds won't sprout unless they're damp. What makes the peas different? They don't need Maxi-Grow. I'll let you know one second there. All right, so you really want to get this damp. Okay, so spritz a little bit more than that. Then you get your seeds. When you get like these little packets, 1 packet like this will do a bowl about this size. All right. Let's do 1 packet like that. Spritz a little more water. And I just cover it with a little foil. And that's it. And that's when we transplant it, like you see on my YouTube channel, my Facebook page. Okay, put that over that, cover it up. And if you can do that, you can do all the stuff that you see growing back here. And go on my YouTube channel, all the stuff that's growing on there, basically we start like this. And you just let that sit for a couple of days, come back the next day and peek in here. If it looks like it's drying out, give it another little spritz. Okay. If you see a lot of moisture, don't do anything. Just cover it back up and leave it. So with the foil, I can leave this in my shade house, and this keeps it dark enough that the seeds will germinate. But if you use plastic, if you don't want to use foil, some people don't like foil, then you can take this and put it in a dark spot for a couple of days till it germinates and then bring it out. Do you still transplant into the large buckets? Yeah, we do that. We don't have too many large buckets set up right now, but that's how we did it. We start like this. Also with the large buckets, if you just want to go get a tomato plant up at the store, rinse off the roots and put it in there, that's on my channel too. All right, I'm going to put this to the side so I don't knock it over. So how easy was that, guys? All right, so we're gonna throw together a box. We're gonna give away the medium-sized box. Okay, we'll do a medium-sized box. Let me get a large box. Camilla said she wanted a large box. So we're gonna have some fun because we're not gonna be in here too long tonight. All right, here's the big box. This we're gonna do a little bit of everything. What's up, Maria? Guys, there's no giveaway going? There you go. If anybody wants some seeds. All right, we're going to put everything in here. Y'all let me know how much. If you want some more, if you want more, let me know and I'll put more stuff in. This, whatever you need. Keely's birthday. She had a good birthday. Thank you. We had fun. We relaxed a lot. Let's see. Let's do 2 bags. You guys just saw what we were doing. Since we've got this big thing, we got a lot of room. We're going to do this. All right. This will get you started. That's your clay pebbles. There's something on my screen blocking where I can't see. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. I'll tell her. Thank you very much. All right, nutrients. You want two nutrients too? Let's do a big bag. Let's do a big look at what you can be doing. It's awesome. All right, that's enough for 5 gallons. 1 teaspoon per gallon, okay? There's enough for 5. There's probably enough for 6 gallons in there. But I like to say 5. If you get 6 out of there, then you'll be happy, right? We'll do 2 of those. All right, so 2 of these, 2 of these. Let's do microgreen growers. Guys, this is like the last of these. All right, so we'll do a couple of those. Go back and watch. I've been growing the pea shoots in here too. We can go over that. But those are microgreen growers. We're going to toss a couple of those in there. And all of our adapters. I think we've got them over here. All right, so we're going to do this. These are both our hybrids. This got the Coke bottle inserts on there. And this one's for a wide mouth and this one's for regular mouth. We're going to put a bunch of different adapters in here. That way, if you go to your recycling bin or your cupboard, you're going to find something. You're going to have an adapter for basically anything, okay? So we're going to put those in there. we're going to put, try and find a good looking one. I've got mine up here. These are the ones I use for demos. Is one of these enough or should we do more? That's for the long neck bottles. Okay, that's the refillable. That's for the plastic bottles. That's a refillable for the plastic bottles. We're going to put that in there. We're going to do some of your microgreen growers. Those will be in there. Which ones did we miss? We're going to put rings for those microgreen growers just in case you need it. We're going to do 3 of these that you saw me just go. You just saw me put these together. So that right there, 1, 2, 3. You can get started with that. You've got enough of your nutrients. You got enough clay pebbles to get started with. Okay. More for plastic. This is a big box. Yeah, we're trying to get everything, trying to get you all, a beginner, you get in here, you're going to be able to go and find what's in your recycling bin. You're going to find you're going to have an adapter for something. All right, let me see if we've got them all. We got that, our hybrid, we've got the refillables, and the Gatorade. And we're going to toss the Gatorade one in there too. The Gatorade one is the one that fits the Gatorade bottles, in case y'all missed that. It also fits the big juice bottles. That's Ocean Spray. It also fits Gold Peak Tea. And it also fits these V8 bottles. All right, so that one's going in there too. Now, all you're missing is seeds. We're going to put seeds. That's the 8-pack, the variety one to get you started, right? Here, let's do 2 of those. We're going to do 2 of those to get started. Here's the winner, Decor. Congratulations. Just add seeds. All right, there's another one going. Y'all getting the giveaway? I've got on my screen on here, I've got a big, like the picture is like right over my whole screen. I don't know what's going on over there. And guys, every time this goes over $10, we'll go 10. Every time it goes, we're going to start it at $20. Every increment of 10 that it goes over, we'll throw in another packet of seeds. Okay? So that way, whoever gets this, you can have a bunch of seeds to get started. All right. So everybody knows what's in here. Do I have to go over that again? You got your clay pebbles. You got nutrients. There's 2. There's enough for 10 gallons. You've got all your different adapters, your hybrids. You got your refillables. You've got your Coke bottle adapters. You got your Gatorade one. You've got your microgreen growers. You're going to have the seeds. You know what? We're going to throw shallow ones in there too. So you can mess around with those, even though I wasn't selling those too much. These are the shallow ones. All right. So if you have like, you're just doing a couple little microgreens in that, you can do them like that. All right. All of that's in there. All right. We're going to start $5 for this box. All righty, ready? Get your fingers ready and go. 10, 20, 30. We went over 30. You're getting another packet of seeds. We went over 40. You're getting another packet of seeds. Is it over 50? You're getting another packet of seeds. And one more. Is it going to go? It went over 60. You're getting another 8-pack of seeds. And who is that? Valerie, 70. We've got another one. We got another packet of seeds. See if you can hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 80. Michelle in the Meadows. I'm back here. I got to go get more seeds. Got another one. 90. Another pack of seeds. Valerie, congratulations. Valerie, here's all your seeds. Valerie, there's all your seeds. All the different varieties. You got radish, peas, pak choy, tot soy, broccoli, arugula. All right, all that's going to fit in there. I'll go ahead and fix it up a little nicer. Valerie, we're going to toss in a couple of these net pots too. This is the one that the big pool noodle, you can trim it down a little bit and it'll fit in there. And then if you want to go ahead and take your plants, remember where we were taking these and planting them out? These actually fit if you just want to start on your countertop. You start like that, and then you can move up to bigger containers. All right. So we're going to toss a couple of those in there for you too. Awesome. Thanks so much. No problem. Thank you. That's cool. 40 seconds on the giveaway. Mike, any tips for beets? Tomorrow Girl has not had success. Beets take a while. I would do beets in soil. I've done beets with the clay pebbles and that before. Beets take a long time to germinate. They're pretty tough. Make sure you soak them. I soak them too, like overnight. About like 24 hours too. Sorry, I'm sidetracked watching World Cup playoffs. Hey, no problem. I knew people were going to be off watching that and everything. And what do you call it? I was going to come on like last night or something, and playoffs and that were going on too. So no problem. Here we go. Giveaway. Is that Amy? Congratulations on the giveaway. All right, guys, we're going to do a giveaway. Y'all want a giveaway like a kit like we did there? Maybe not quite that big. I'll go broke giving away. You want to give away a kit? Nashville Girl said yes. Sure, yes. All right, let's do a kit. I got a box right here. All right, this is why YouTube, Facebook, this is why I like coming over to Whatnot. When we do this, all the people that are over here on Whatnot, their information is already in there. So these giveaways we're running. Tomorrow, all I have to do is go ahead and print up a label and slap it on here and toss it in the mail. Over on YouTube and Facebook, I got to start a drawing. I got to have people comment stuff. And then whoever wins, I got to try and get them to email me their address. Half the people did not contact me. Half the people that won over on YouTube and Facebook don't even contact me. So I give away a bunch of stuff and they don't get it. Over here on Whatnot, I'm going to say 100%, maybe 95, 99 or whatever it is. But as far as I can see, everybody that's won something got their stuff because their address is already in there. And I take care of the shipping. Now I'm crossing my fingers to win it. Yeah, I wish I could give these to everyone, guys. But let's do this. All right. Clay pebbles, nutrients. Guys, can you see, is there a big picture in the way? I can't see anything on this screen, but I can see my screen off to the side. Is there a big picture in there, or is it just my computer doing that? No, it looks good. Okay, so that's just mine. I might have to leave and come back. As long as y'all can't see it, it's like blocking everything. It's right in the middle here. That's why you see me like over here. Have you done watercress before? Yeah, watercress is awesome. Watercress is one of the best microgreens to grow as far as nutrition goes. But watercress can also grow like a cut and come again. So you can actually keep harvesting the outer leaves and keep letting it grow, and it'll keep growing like grass. And you can keep eating it and eating it. We had some planted out, and it lasted like almost a year. Cilantro works awesome. It takes a long time to germinate. You got to crush up the seeds a little bit before you plant them. They take longer to germinate, and then they grow really slow until they take off. Once they get so big, and if you transplant them, you can have like, we've had cilantro growing just like all the stuff you see growing back here, a bunch of cilantro plants. It's actually awesome. All right, guys, this, let's throw in our adapters, guys. $19.99 on Etsy, $19.99 on Etsy. All right, this is in there for a giveaway. Look, the microgreen growers that we're growing the peas, that's going to be in there. This is a giveaway, guys. Okay. That's the Coke bottle adapters and the refillables. We don't have a whole lot of these left. I got some to put in here. And the refillable, that's for the long neck bottle. That's for the other one. So you guys are going to be able to find something. Got all the different adapters. This is a giveaway, guys. And your pack of seeds. How's that? Is that a good giveaway? Double tap the screen if it is. I see the little hearts. All right, let me find a giveaway. Absolutely. 4 cheese, what is up? Yeah, all not counting the cost of all this. This cost me $10. It's $9.21 just to ship this. Let me see. There it is. All right, go get it. Go get it. That's running solution right here. General Hydroponics Maxi Grow. Take a screenshot. Got it? General Hydroponics Maxi Grow. And you got something tonight, right? You have my little link. Let me see if I can fix my screen here, guys. It's like really distracting. What is going on? Yeah, my screen is just all kind of funky. I don't even have anywhere to like X out of here. All right, we're gonna have to see. I might not be able to end the stream on there. My computer's like really messing up. Do you see the Maxi Grow in the online shop? Maybe smaller bags. Yeah, it should be in there. It should be in there. If not, look tomorrow. I'll go in tonight and make sure it's in there. Freeze drying our first batch of microgreens this weekend. Awesome. Thank you for everything you do. Lots to learn. Look forward to teaching others. That's awesome. Yeah, I'll give it up for Noir Girl. And that's what you can do. Some people say, what do you do with everything? They're freeze drying it. You guys can dehydrate these also and grind them up. Have your little powder. You can also take it, and some people take this blend it up a little and put it in the freezer like in little cubes. All right, there's the giveaway. That's all that stuff in the giveaway. Does anybody want me to run one of these, a medium-sized box instead of the large box? Freeze-dried microgreens. Sure. All right, when this is, we got 2 minutes. We're going to run one of these guys. All right. Oh, freezing olive oil. I eat olive oil like every day. That sounds awesome. I'm going to have to try that. All right, get your fingers ready. We're going to run this one. I'm going to go get the seeds. We're going to toss in seeds for every 10 bucks over $20. All right. Ready, set. All right, we're running a medium-sized one. Medium, all that stuff that's in there. I'll go get a bottle of the olive oil in just a minute, all right? Let me do the seeds here. It went over 20, right? Oh, it went over 30. All right. Oh, it went over 40. Throw another bag in. Went over 50. $56. Nashville girl, 60. Went over 60. There's another one. That'll fit in there. If not, we'll get it. We'll put a bigger box. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wendy, congratulations. What kind of olive oil? Let me show you that. It's cold pressed. What do they call it? Like the first pressing. It's one that has like a high polyphenol count. It's kind of expensive. It's not like the cheap stuff you just buy in the store or a blender or anything. And Jan Lee, you won something. Jan Lee, I'm going to mail you some of these bottles. You guys hold on 1 second, all right? 30 seconds. Well, I'm not going to leave. 30 seconds in the giveaway. Here we go. Nick Mello. Congratulations. Nick Mello, you won you a kit just like that without all the seeds. You're going to have 1 pack of seeds in yours. Hold on 1 second, guys. Watch your video. Here, I'll get you another giveaway. Keep you all busy. All right. Hey, there's some more seeds. Give me 1 minute. Here we go. Atlas, organic, extra virgin olive oil. Tested, top rated, Michelin star chefs. So it's your first press. It's cold pressed and high polyphenol count. Can you run a small starter box? You want a little bit smaller? Smaller than that box? Camilla? But Jan, I'll toss that in. Did you still want that, Jan? Somebody said I want some of those. But see, that's a pretty cool looking bottle, right? Little octagon bottle. I go through like one of these a week. So I hate to keep tossing them out. We don't even have recycling here. They won't recycle glass. Yeah, since I already bought 3 others. Do you have bread? How many ounces? This one, now I get a bigger bottle than this, believe it or not. This one's 25 ounces. I think the next one up is like 37 ounces or something. I get a bigger bottle than this. This is actually a small bottle. And I'll go through that like once a week. And I get something like this, Milford Spice Company, not sponsored, but they're here on Whatnot. I blend that up. I just put that inside my olive oil, and you're right, just get day old bread. So I get a lot of mountain bread and stuff, you know, like Publix or whatever. I get the leftover bread. We get a fresh loaf, you know, for them to make sandwiches and stuff. I take the leftover and I eat it with olive oil like every day. I eat it for breakfast. When we get done with the stream, I eat it for a snack. I eat a little baby brie, a little one that's about that big, you know, those little tiny ones. And that's all the cheese I eat. Olives, I get some Kalamata olives. And sometimes what we'll do is if there's any cold cuts like turkey or chicken or something that we just have broiled and just dip it in it too. Where do you buy your olive oil? This one I got on Amazon. So if you check Amazon, if you look that up, you can look up Atlas olive oils. Guys, this is good. I did not know. I looked it up because I was eating it and inhaled a little bit and I started coughing. And I thought, you know, it's when I first got this. So I went and looked it up. Does olive oil make you cough, or was there something wrong with the, you know, bottle that I got? And they actually rate olive oils, how good they are by like coughs, like if it's 1, 2, or 3 coughs. And what happens is when it triggers something in the back of your throat, and it's not like something that it just triggers that cough reflex. It's $20.99. Just added 2 to my cart. Cool. Yeah, you're gonna like it. So this is if you're eating it once in a while, I get used to it, so I'm just like eating it. But once in a while too, I'll inhale it. When I first take the first bite, it will tickle and I'll sit there and cough. But they rate olive oils and how good they are if they do make you cough. So this one's pretty good. Not sponsored or anything, but that, like I said, I've got like about 12 of these bottles sitting in my kitchen right now. Toss your bread in it and make croutons. Sprinkle. Oh, that sounds good. Can I do it in the air fryer? I love bread and dipping spices. Yeah, it's awesome. We're going more for the Mediterranean diet. So all of this stuff, right? All your microgreens and everything, olive oil, your dips, and just making it like your charcuterie boards or whatever. Minimal, you know, where we have a little bit of fish, a little bit of chicken. They do a lot of preserved like meats and stuff, and sausage and salamis and things. We do like very minimal of that, maybe a little prosciutto, but this is awesome. I'm loving it. Hey, here goes the giveaway. RL Just, congratulations. Will they fit the tall bottle adapter? I don't know. Not with the lid on. I could take the Coke bottle adapter, make it just a little bit bigger. No, it's like right in between. Now I can't turn this over. I'll drip olive oil all over the place. It smells good. It just about goes on there. I think that little metal clip, maybe if you took that metal clip off, I'll try this after the show. That might be what's stopping it. Here, this is a spare one. I think if I take that little metal clip off, there we go. I just pushed it off. You're right. Hot damn. Who just said that? Valerie. Valerie, now I don't have to get rid of them. And then you don't have to worry about these getting algae in that because they're dark. That's cool. Yeah, it fit. Just this little metal, you know, the top that was on it. You got to pop that off. So I just clip that off. And it fits on there now. And it fits on nice and snug. It fits better than the beer bottle. All right, that's cool. You guys can see me planting a lot of these out. I got to wash them though and get the olive oil out. If you do build a small box kit, I don't need large mouth adapters or the basket since I already bought those. But okay. All right, let's do this for Camilla. Thanks. It got me excited there. I'm going to plant some out tomorrow. How about a box like this, Camilla? And we won't put too much in here. How about I'll just put one bag of seeds and I won't keep putting the bags of seeds. That way the bidding might not go up as high on this. We'll try to keep the bidding in here. We'll try to keep the bidding on this one down a little bit. All right. You can still send me some. I'll send you a few, Jan. I'll see what I can put in your box. All right. Clay pebbles, nutrients. Let's see. Camilla said she's got the microgreen growers. Camilla, here we'll do. You've got the wide mouth. Here's the regular mouth. Here's the Gatorade bottle. Here's the Coke bottle adapters. Can you ship everything together? Yeah, everything should bundle except that first big box. I'll see if I can fit it in there or not. But that big kit, usually it's just $9.21. Since they're already giving us a break on shipping, I've got that one where it doesn't bundle. But if you just get one or two other little things, I can pop them in there. But if it's like 2 kits, I have to ship those separate. Trying to hang but falling out at night, friends. All right, Gila Ridge, we'll catch you later. All right, and the refillable. All right, so how's that, Camilla? All right, and 1 bag of seeds. So we've got nutrients, clay pebbles, a bag of seeds. I'm excited too, Mike. It'd be great looking on my big growth. Cool. I bought the lights. Oh, you got some lights and a new piece of furniture. Sure happy with that bottle. Awesome. That's going to be cool. Wendy said, I won several of the bidding options, so I figured it would be easier to ship everything once to get. Yeah, I'll try to get some in there. But like when we go and when we're running these, if you bought a couple of these bundle like this with seeds. It's just the big kit by itself doesn't. Are you nesting boxes? Do you nesting the baskets? Let's see, which baskets do you want? Do you? Black. Oh, okay. A couple of those. There we go. The net pots. All right, we'll see what we can fit in there. I think we can fit all that. If not, I'll put it in a medium box, okay? Here we go, starting at $5. And then we won't keep adding seeds into this, okay, guys? We'll try to keep the bid down on this. All right, there's a giveaway. That's an adapter. Y'all jump in. There's going to be 2 of these giveaway right now. And when they're doing that, we're going to run this. This would be box number 3. All right, fingers ready, set, and go. We'll just run this just as it is. We won't add seeds to it. 8, 10, 14, 17, 20. We got Amy in there. Camilla's got it. 42, 45. Nashville girl, 46. Camilla's got it back. 50, 54. Nashville girl. 59. 3, 2, 1. Camilla won. Congratulations. Those all fit in there. I'm going to throw you another bag of seeds in with it too. Hi guys, what's the giveaway? Would you ever demo the 3-tiered big bucket growers? I could, but I would do that out in the yard just because I don't really have room in here. If you guys check out my YouTube channel, you can see that. I'm trying to set up where we can run this from the garage, or not garage, from the garden. So that I think that'd be cool. Thank you. Excited to start. No problem, Camila. Hey, and like I said, this is going to be inside your box. And there's my email down there if you got any questions. And then look on YouTube or Facebook for Keep On Growing. There's a group and it's got my icon that looks just like that. Join that. If you've got any questions, like if you start growing and you're having problems, post a little picture and say what your problem is, and a bunch of people will come on there and try and help you. They usually get to before I even get there. I get in there like once a day, but sometimes I get in there and lots of other people get in there too. Yeah, we're trying to get set up out there. I'm trying to get the Wi-Fi. We've got our grill so we can cook. And then I figure when I'm planning stuff out in here, it's just too hot. Right now it's over. I don't know if you can tell, I'm just like sweating. The table is covered with sweat. It's over 90 and the sun's down. So we're going to be out in the shade house planting, and I figure why not just stick we might try that this week, guys, to kind of watch for it. Even if we don't sell anything, I might turn this on, maybe do a couple giveaways, but just turn it on out in the yard. My only problem is my neighbor, like where my shade house is, I've got one neighbor there and one neighbor there. And both their air conditioners are like right next to my yard. So as hot as it is, somebody's air conditioner is going at one time or another. So we can be out there. I'm going to test my mic if I can hook this up to there. Right now it's hooked up to YouTube and Facebook. But if I've got that going, somebody's air conditioner always kicks on. And then there's a lot of other traffic and everything. So we'll do one out there and just have fun and see how it goes. Refillable fit the wine bottles. It does. I don't recommend it. You can try it if you're going to set them up and not move it anywhere. You can, but like this, wine bottles are usually shaped like this, and then they get narrow at the top, right? So they're bottom heavy. And when you flip them over, the heavy part is on the top. And if you go to move them, they tend to tip over easy because they're so heavy, they're glass, and all the weight is on the bottom of it. So just test it and what size and shape, but a lot of them do fit. Mike, you might want to put one of those portable swamp coolers in there just to keep it. But yeah, I've got air conditioner right here. It's just when we're streaming, I can't turn it on because you guys can't hear me. Here goes the giveaway. And then if I got the 3D printers, this is an old house. I can't have it running at the same time as the 3D printers. Valerie, congratulations. Mike, why do the peas not need growing solution? Oh, okay, you're asking about the peas. The peas are your seeds. This is the energy. This is like an egg yolk. The little yolk, right, is the food. This is like the little yolk for the plant. This is where the energy is for the plant to get started. Even these seeds, even these radish seeds, right? Even this tatsoi, right? That's the initial, that's why they sprout with just water. Now, this guy right here, that's a tiny little seed, right? See that seed? Even though we call this peas or beans, that's a seed, right? See how small that is? So the initial energy for the plant, that's going to get used up really quick. And that's what this has more energy. This is what starts out, and it's got enough energy to take it to this right here is just water. And these are nitrogen fixers. Usually when they rotate crops, they'll plant different things and then they'll come back and plant peas, because peas will have these long tap roots, right? They have these long tap roots. So in a week, it grew like roots that long. And these will go way down looking for water, and they'll pull nitrogen out where other plants can't get down. It'll pull that nitrogen up, and then they go ahead and till it, and it puts that nitrogen up in the top layer where the shallow roots can get to it. So they'll take these and plant these out on the years. They'll rotate the crops. So this has enough energy to get your plant started, and they're going to shoot out roots because they're out there looking for nitrogen in that instead, and they're built to go down deep, whereas these guys are just going to be shallow. So they just all of a sudden they have little tiny roots. They're looking for surface level nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, or that, right? They're not going too deep. These guys are going to go deep. So they're built to get started and be able to go the distance before they find any nutrients. At least that's my understanding. And it just works. Guys, this is red cabbage up here. It's red cabbage. This is an awesome one, red acre cabbage. That's inside. Everybody's got their packages tonight. This is inside the the packages. That's your red cabbage, tatsoi, pak choi. We'll give you one more look at this before we go. We'll be here tomorrow night. We'll do some more demos in that, so y'all can see what's going on. Come back with your questions. We'll do another giveaway. Hold on one second. Let me I always forget. You know, sometimes I let you guys on YouTube and Facebook. I forget and I leave the stream running. Love this. Thank you, Margaret. Margaret said she loves it. Blue Wolf, how are you doing? This is not a good beginner-friendly podcast. Less talking and more demo. Mince, I cannot see what's going on. Well, Mince, if you got on over, I'm on YouTube. If you got on over to Whatnot, that's where the demos are and everything. And we're sorry if you don't feel like it's good for new people, but we got lots of new people who are like over here just learning how to grow. Yeah, nice to see you again, Blue Wolf. All right, guys, I'm going to sign off on YouTube and Facebook.